Oh, God. Lucky for that cave-in.
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
How have you not... Oh, Brynjolf. You nearly drowned there. Oh. Okay. Are we not going to just... Are we just gonna ignore our luck there, guys?
I can't believe it's over. 25 years in exile, and just like that, it's done. All that remains is to ensure the safe return of the skeleton key.
Well, after what we just went through, Carlia, I think that should be the easy part.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. When the skeleton key was stolen from the Twilight Sepulchre, our access to the inner sanctum was removed. The only way to bring it back will be through the Pilgrim's Path.
Wonderful. As if sneaking through a horde of Falmer, almost getting killed by Mercer, drowning in a cave, and potentially getting crushed by a rockfall wasn't enough. Since the access from the inner sanctum was closed off, I'm imagining that this Pilgrim's Path was something you never treaded on.
It wasn't created for the Nightingales. It was created to test those who wish to serve Nocturnal in other ways. As a consequence, I have no knowledge of what you'll be facing.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, I guess. We'd better get started.
Brynjolf is needed back at the Thieves' Guild to keep order while you're away. And I can't bear to face Nocturnal after my failure to protect the key. I'm afraid you'll have to face the end of your journey alone.
I see. I suppose, since I'm the next prospective guildmaster, it only makes sense for me to finish what I began. However, we've just been through a lot, Carlia. While I swear to you I will get the key back where it belongs in good time, I think I'm going to try to take care of some other things that are pressing matters for me. But like I said, I will return it in good time. I'm not going to keep this for myself.
Take this with you. I'm not certain if it will help within the walls of the Sepulchre, but I certainly don't need it as much as you. I've had this bow almost my entire life, and it's never let me down. I hope it brings you the same luck.
Carlia, Thank you. I'll be certain to put it to good use. But I have to ask, why won't you come with me? You started this game a long time ago. It seems appropriate for you to tread the Pilgrim's Path with me. What's holding you back? Are you afraid of something?
I've been a Nightingale for a very long time. I sold my allegiance to Nocturnal in exchange for many profitable years of thieving. Falling in love with Gallus was wrong. It was a distraction that allowed the Sepulchre to be desecrated, and it likely cost him his life. Until the key is returned, I will never set foot inside that place again.
I see. I understand now. I won't press you to come with me, Carlia. You deserve the distance that you want to keep. But what can you tell me about the conduit? The place where I'm supposed to put the key inside of the Sepulchre? I don't even really know what I'm looking for, or what it looks like.
The conduit to Nocturnal's realm, the realm of Everglow, has been in Skyrim, well, longer than recorded history. The Twilight Sepulchre was constructed around it by man and Mer in order to shield it from those who would exploit its power. It's through this conduit that we're given Nocturnal's greatest gift, our luck. What she gains in return is a complete mystery.
And what about the Pilgrim's Path? That sounds a bit like something religious, and you told me that Nocturnal didn't want worship. In fact, as far as I know, only the Nightingales commune with her. If that's the case, who made the route?
Even though Nocturnal doesn't desire worship in the traditional sense, the Twilight Sepulchre propagated a small group of priests. Of course, they'd never come into direct contact with Nocturnal, but they insisted they had her favor. As part of their duties, the priests created all sorts of baseless rituals and ceremonies, all on Nocturnal's behalf.
And you're saying that the Daedric worship didn't interfere with the Nightingales?
These priests weren't a threat to the Skeleton Key, or the conduit to Nocturnal's realm, so they were tolerated. One of their ceremonies involved the Pilgrim's Path, a so-called test of worthiness. If a pilgrim was able to complete the path, it was said that they would live forever in Twilight. What that means is anyone's guess.
I see. Well then, Carlia. I think it's about time that I get moving. Like I said, I promise I will return the Skeleton Key to where it belongs, but for now, I need to put a little distance between myself and the Thieves Guild. So much has happened recently. Also, I would like to try to put this artifact to use. I mean, only a madman wouldn't have a little bit of fun with the Daedric artifact before returning it. As compelling as it may be to keep it, I won't do such a thing. Anyways, I'm going to head for the ice fields, speak to an old friend. And I'll see both you and Brynjolf back in Riften before long. Until then, Shadow hide you. Oh, relatively, like in from the cold, relatively speaking. Alright, Septimus is still down here with his enormous Dwemer lockbox. Let's talk to the old crazy.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths.
Septimus?
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex.
Yes, Septimus. You've told me that before, remember? But now that I've returned, I'm a little bit curious. Why is it that you want inside of this enormous box in the first place? What's held within that's so valuable to you?
Ah, the box contains the heart. The essence of a god. I have devoted my life to the Elder Scrolls, but their knowledge is a passing awareness when compared to the encompassing mind of divinity. The Dwemer were the last to touch it. It was thought to have been destroyed by the Nerevarine, but my lord told me otherwise.
Oh, the Nerevarine. That story, I can't seem to escape it. First I find Keening. Next, the heart of... Wait a minute, Septimus. You said something about your lord. Who is it that you serve?
The Daedric Prince of the Unknown, Hermaeus Mora. I thought there were no secrets left to know until I first spoke to him. He asks a price to work his will. A few murders, some dissent spread, a plague or two. For the secrets I can endure. In time, he brought me here, to the box. But he won't reveal how to open it. Maddening.
Oh, by the divines. Septimus, I certainly hope that you know what you're doing. Trafficking with Daedra is... it's incredibly dangerous. But I know better than to try and stop you. Here's the inscribed lexicon. If you don't mind, I'll be keeping the Elder Scroll that I used to imprint upon that thing.
Give it quickly. Extraordinary. I see it now. The sealing structure interlocks in the tiniest fractals. Dwemer blood can loose the hooks, but none alive remain to bear it. A panoply of their brethren could gather to form a facsimile. A trick. Something they did not anticipate. No, not even them. The blood of Altmer, Bosmer, Dunmer, Falmer, and Orsimer. The elves still living provide the key. Bear you hence this extractor. It will drink the fresh blood of elves. Come when its set is complete.
So be it, Septimus. I'll return whenever I have the facsimile of Dwemer blood. Ugh. Crazy old man wants me to drain a couple of bodies now. One... What the... tentacled... pit? I don't like the looks of this.
Come closer. Bask in my presence.
You aren't... who I think you are you?
I am Hermaeus Mora. I am the guardian of the unseen, a knower of the unknown. I have been watching you, mortal. Most impressive.
Let's drop the pretenses, Hermaeus Mora. I've dealt with many Daedra up to this point, but you're the first one to approach me. What is it that you want?
Your continuing aid to Septimus renders him increasingly obsolete. He has served me well, but his time is nearing its end. Once that infernal lockbox is opened, he will have exhausted his usefulness to me. When that time comes, you shall take his place as my emissary. What say you?
I say that it's clear you're after something else. I will not be your pawn, Hermaeus Mora. You are neither my master nor my lord.
Be warned. Many have thought as you do. I have broken them all. You shall not evade me forever.
Ugh. Well, that's an unsettling encounter. Anyway, I need to go to the College of Winterhold. Use the Atronach Forge again. Alrighty, here we go. So, Sigil Stone in, and pop this open. We'll start off by dropping in the Blood Draw, my Ebony Axe. Whoops. That's, blah, blah, blah. I'm losing my thought here. Daedra Heart, and I need to put in a Centurion Dynamo Core, followed by a Black Soul Gem. There we go. And yep, 4 objects. I'm pretty sure that's all. For some reason, I get this wrong half the time. I forget that I need a soul gem or something. There we go. Okay, Daedric War Axe. Check this baby out. Nice. Oh, right. Probably want to take that Sigil Stone. Okay, so I don't think that I'm going to need to use the Atronach Forge again after this. I think that I've got all of the Daedric equipment that I need. Or can make... Oh, crap, I went the wrong way. Actually, you know what? Shouldn't the entrance to the midden dark be over here? Sure enough. I think it's the Augur of Dunlain who you consult down in the midden. And, in the midden dark. I've only talked with him once, which means that I've only been down here once. So, like, why not give it a bit of an explore, right? It's not like I already know what I'm headed for and, you know, am going to, you know, rather serendipitously find something that I totally know where it is because I've played this game so many times. That being said, you know, while I know where I'm going already, obviously, something that I always enjoy about this game is the fact that there's so much storytelling around every corner, even whenever it's not something critical or like really, really important. Anything in these barrels other than cabbage? I'm not the cabbage merchant, for God's sake. I don't need more of them. Oh my. I didn't expect to see this all. Webbed up. I really don't come down to the midden dark very much. I mean, while I know that there's something down here, that's not exactly a situation of me knowing exactly where I am, where I'm going, or precisely what I'm doing. I just have a general clue. Oh, ooh. Someone was either doing a ritual or preparing lunch. I don't know which. That or dinner. My God, what the hell happened here? A lot of dead bodies. Relic. Okay, something is going on here. Let's see, there's got to be something around here that'll explain it. Maybe over on this table. Investigator's key. Midden incident report. The missing students were found in the midden this morning, dead, as expected. None of us bothered keeping a detect life charm for this search at this point. The bodies were found together, each suffering the same deformities, peeled and bubbling skin on the arms and face. Conjurer's burn, as it's commonly referred to around the college. There's little doubt they were attempting a summoning ritual well beyond their capabilities. The relic nearby put any doubt to this theory to rest. I admit that I've never seen anything like it. A large segmented sculpture of a gauntlet, the Daedric symbol for oblivion emblazoned upon the palm. Attempts to move it were in vain. I must show it to Archmage Sidoth during his upcoming visit. Perhaps he'll know more. While we couldn't move the relic, I was able to pry 4 rings from it. I'm sure there's a connection between them and the ritual the students were attempting. I'll store these in the Arcanium until we can consult with a Conjuration Master to learn more. Ah! Okay, where was it? I think the shortcut is right over here. Yeah, sure enough, this is the place. Oh man, so, I mean, it's just... the chances of finding, something... Like, an unmarked quest in the belly of the midden. Like, this is pretty deep down inside of the College of Winterhold, if you can really call the midden the College of Winterhold. I suppose it is, but it isn't. I mean, technically you can't really access... excuse me. Technically you can't really access this place by not going into the college. I don't think that there's any access to the midden as a whole without going through the college, so... I guess it is technically, the College of the College of Winterhold. Yeah. Yeah, that's a complete thought. I guess it technically is the College of Winterhold. Anyways, okay, so, starting with the index finger, we want to do, I think it was Katrina's ring. God, selecting the middle finger is the hard part. Come on. I don't want the ring. There we go. Middle finger. And here we want to put in Teroy's ring, followed by ring finger. We want to do Balwin's ring. And last but not least, whatever his name is. Infinity Gauntlet! Ooh. Oh my god. That is a creepy summoning ritual.
Where am I? You! Out with it then!
We're in the midden. Beneath the College of Winterhold.
I was beginning to think the day would never come. So, you broke the binding spell, did you? Matters little. Their souls are trapped in oblivion all the same, and here I stay.
Trapped in oblivion? What did you do, Daedra? Whatever it is, you're going to pay for it, and you're going back where you belong. You wouldn't have been sealed down here for no good reason.
Where I belong is back aboard my ship on the Abyssian. You've no hope of defeating me, pup! Don't bother! Why not broker a bargain instead?
I see. I'll overlook the insult that you just decided to hurl at me. Tell me more. What are you offering?
Those kids are dead anyway. Killing me won't bring them back. I, on the other hand, have done quite a bit with my time on Mundus. Release me, and I'll share a bit of my wealth with you.
Bribery, is it? What type of wealth are we talking about?
Years back, I had to ferret away some booty nearby. We'd sunk an Imperial galleon off the coast. Good plunder, but we needed to travel light. We stashed what we couldn't carry, and I hid it with a trick I know. I can point you in the right direction, and we'll each go our separate ways.
I see. And how exactly am I to release you if I want to accept this deal?
Names have power, lad. You should know by now. Just say, Velik Sane, I release you, and poof, I'm on my way.
Well, lucky for you, Daedra. I have a rather large interest in treasure. So to that end, Velik Sane, I release you.
There's a smart lad. Take the map. The loot's hidden there. It'll show itself when you get near. See you on the other side, mortal.
Okay, yeah, this should be the place. I mean, I've got all the markers for it. There was a Talos. Ooh, yep, that's definitely it. Hello. Oh man, look at this hall. A Debella statue. A couple of goblets. An Imperial Sword of Diminishing. Ooh, don't roll away, little coin purse. I need you. Ah, gold. Holy crap, man. This is a good haul. This is a really good haul. This is like going through an entire freaking dungeon without having to go through a whole freaking dungeon. Oh, oh god, this is so good. This is so unique and different compared to all the other quests and like ways that you loot the game. Oh, it's good. Like, it's nice to see the big fancy chest at the end of a dungeon and everything, but man, finding buried treasure or hidden treasure in this particular case from a Daedra pirate. Really, I mean, a Daedric pirate. Like, that is unique. That is crazy unique. Anything? Oh yeah, there's some stuff around the shrine right up here. The importance of where? Go ahead and bless myself. I might be diseased for all I know. And an ebony frickin' battle axe. Well, that's awesome. Talos, guide me. I think it's about time for me to get back to the main quest. I need to head out to the Throat of the World. Not High Hrothgar for a change, the actual Throat of the World. I've been carting around this Elder Scroll for ages now. We'll see Parthenax, and we'll learn about where my destiny lies. I have more dragon battles in my future.